Imagine discovering that the most feared figure in Christian prophecy, the Antichrist, was never meant to be a single supernatural villain. What if I told you this terrifying concept began as nothing more than a religious insult? In 1995, evangelical writers Tim LaHaye and Jerry Jenkins unleashed Left Behind, a novel depicting Earth's final days after the rapture where millions of Christians vanish instantly. This book didn't just tell a story, it spawned an empire. 15 sequels, 4 movies, even one starring Nicolas Cage. But behind this modern phenomenon lies a centuries-old theological puzzle rooted in dispensationalism, a 19th-century theology popularized by preacher John Nelson Darby. Darby preached a pre-tribulation rapture. God would whisk believers away before 7 years of global suffering preceding Christ's return. Central to this belief stands the Antichrist, a satanic supervillain opposing Christ. In Left Behind, he's Nicolae Carpathia, a Romanian politician who seizes global power through the UN. Though fictional, Carpathia mirrors how millions envision this ultimate enemy, a political tyrant embodying pure evil. But here's the shocking twist. The original Antichrist was never meant to be one person. The term Antichrist comes from the Greek Antichristos, meaning against Christ or in place of Christ. It appears only 5 times in the entire New Testament, all in 2 short letters, 1 John and 2 John. The writer of 1 John declares, "Children, it is the last hour. As you heard that Antichrist is coming, even now many Antichrists have come." Did you catch that? Many Antichrists, not one. Who were these Antichrists? Ordinary humans, former members of the author's community who left and denied Jesus was the Messiah. The author labels them liars, deceivers, and antichrists. This wasn't about a cosmic battle. It was about drawing boundaries between insiders and outsiders. Scholars like Robert C. Fuller argue the Johannine Antichrist was never a supernatural beast, but rather apostate humans. So how did we get from multiple dissenters to a single apocalyptic supervillain? The transformation began in the 12th century. Christian thinkers started merging 1 John's antichrists with other biblical passages. Irenaeus, a bishop in France, combined it with 2 Thessalonians, man of lawlessness, a figure who sits in God's temple claiming to be God, and Daniel's prophecy about a little horn among 10 kings. Irenaeus envisioned the Antichrist as a false king empowered by Satan, reigning 3.5 years before Christ destroys him. Then came the book of Revelation's infamous 666, the mark of the beast. Ancient numerology linked this number to Nero Caesar, but Irenaeus saw it as a cryptic clue to the Antichrist's identity. He suggested names like Latanos or Titan, but concluded God meant to keep it mysterious. Medieval Christians expanded the legend further. The Tiburtine Sibyl, a prophetic text edited by medieval believers, predicted a last emperor named Constance who would destroy pagan temples before facing the Antichrist. A Jewish man from the tribe of Dan, allied with Gog and Magog. Some stories even claim the Antichrist would be born from a woman named Perdition, after the devil took the form of a pickled fish. Over centuries, the Antichrist evolved from a label for heretics into a detailed apocalyptic figure with a backstory, ethnicity, and destiny. This evolution wasn't just theological, it fueled real-world conflicts and anti-Semitic attacks, as Judaism became wrongly associated with the ultimate enemy of Christ. Why does this matter today? Because the Antichrist isn't just a relic of prophecy, it's a mirror reflecting humanity's deepest fears about power, deception, and evil. It shows how words written in a specific historical context can transform into global narratives shaping art, politics, and even modern media empires. The true revelation? Sometimes the most terrifying monsters are not born from scripture, but from our own imagination.